Hello and welcome to our channel, Top 10s You Should Know. Let me ask you something. How many times have you told yourself, today, we're diving into the top 15 money-saving challenges that actually work? These aren't gimmicks. These are real, practical, and even enjoyable strategies that can change the way you look at money. So grab a notebook, because by the end of this video, you might find yourself excited about saving like never before. 1. The 52-week savings challenge. This is one of the most popular saving challenges for a reason. It's simple and surprisingly motivating. Here's how it works. In week 1, you save just $1. In week 2, you save $2. Week 3, $3, and so on. By the time you reach week 52, you'll be saving $52 that week. It sounds small, but when you add it all up, you'll have saved $1,378 in a single year without even realizing it. What makes this challenge so powerful is the gradual increase. It doesn't feel overwhelming because you start small, and by the time it gets bigger, you've already built the habit. 2. The No Spend Weekend Challenge. Weekends are when money tends to leak the fastest. Eating out, going to the movies, shopping for things you don't really need. The No Spend Weekend Challenge flips that script. The idea is to pick one weekend each month where you spend absolutely nothing, aside from essentials you already have at home. At first, it might feel restrictive, but it quickly turns into a fun test of creativity. You'll rediscover the joy of free activities, like going for a hike, cooking a new recipe with ingredients already in your kitchen, or even just diving into a good book. Emotionally, it teaches you that happiness isn't tied to swiping your card. 3. The Envelope System Challenge. This one is old school, but highly effective. You start by setting a budget for categories like groceries, dining, or entertainment. Then, instead of keeping it all in your bank account, you put the cash into labeled envelopes. When the envelope is empty, that's it. You can't spend more in that category until the next cycle. Why does it work? Because physically seeing the cash leave your hand hits differently than swiping a card. It makes you more mindful and intentional with every purchase. The challenge part is sticking to the envelopes for an entire month without cheating. 4. The Spare Change Challenge. This one is deceptively powerful. Every time you pay with cash, you stash away the coins, or even round up and drop the extra dollar into a jar. Over time, that jar grows faster than you'd expect. If you use digital payments more, apps now let you round up your purchases and save the difference automatically. The psychology here is brilliant. It tricks your brain into thinking those tiny amounts don't matter, but when collected, they form a big lump sum. Imagine buying coffee for $2.50 and the app rounds it to $3, saving 50 cents. 5. The Pantry Challenge. Here's a challenge that saves money and reduces waste. For 1 week or even 1 month, you commit to eating only what you already have in your pantry, fridge, and freezer. No grocery runs, no takeout. It forces you to get creative with what you've got and appreciate the food you often overlook. Most of us are guilty of stocking up on items we never actually use, letting them expire. This challenge flips that waste into savings. Emotionally, it teaches gratitude. You realize how much abundance you already have at home. Number 6. The $5 Bill Challenge. This one adds an element of surprise to saving. Every time you receive a $5 bill as change, you tuck it away and never spend it. It's simple but surprisingly effective because $5 is small enough not to feel like a loss, but big enough to add up quickly. Some people save thousands this way over a year. The emotional part is the excitement. Every time you get a $5 bill, it feels like a little win, like adding to your secret stash. And when you finally count them up, it feels like Christmas morning. 7. The 30-Day No Impulse Shopping Challenge. Impulse shopping is the silent killer of savings. This challenge trains you to pause. For 30 days, every time you see something you want to buy that's not essential, you write it down instead of purchasing it. After 30 days, revisit the list and see if you still want it. 9 times out of 10, you won't. The emotional growth here is huge. You learn to separate want from need, and you realize how many purchases were just passing urges. The money saved can be shocking, hundreds or even thousands depending on your habits. 8. The Roundup Challenge. This is a modern version of the Spare Change Challenge, but entirely digital. Many banks and apps offer roundup features where every purchase you make is rounded to the nearest dollar, and the difference goes into savings. For example, a $4.30 coffee becomes $5, and that 70 cents is tucked away. You won't notice the difference day to day, but over the year, those roundups quietly snowball. The emotional part is watching that invisible savings grow. It feels like you're tricking yourself into being richer without any effort. 9. The one in, one out challenge. This challenge is as much about decluttering as it is about saving. Every time you bring something new into your life, whether it's clothes, gadgets, or even home decor, you commit to getting rid of one item you already own. Emotionally, this makes you think twice before buying because it forces you to ask, what am I willing to give up for this? It curbs the endless cycle of accumulation and helps you value what you already have. Financially, it stops impulse purchases and can even make you money if you resell the items you let go. Over time, you end up with a cleaner space, a clearer mind, and a healthier bank account. 10. The Weather the Storm Challenge. This one's about preparing for the unexpected. Imagine living 1 month as if you've just lost your main source of income, only using savings, only spending on absolute necessities, cutting out everything else. It's intense, but it reveals exactly where your money is going and shows you what's truly essential. The emotional power here is resilience. When you prove to yourself that you can live lean, it removes fear. You gain confidence that if hard times ever hit, you'd survive. And financially, it often reveals hundreds or even thousands of dollars in unnecessary spending you can trim permanently. 11. The No Eating Out Challenge. For 1 month, commit to not eating out. No takeout, no restaurants, no coffee runs. Everything must be cooked at home. It's tough, especially in the beginning, but it saves a shocking amount of money. Think about it. A single dinner out for two can cost $40 to $60, which could buy groceries for several days. The emotional shift is powerful too. You build cooking skills, gain confidence in the kitchen, and discover the joy of shared homemade meals. By the end, many people realize they prefer their own food anyway. This challenge can easily save hundreds of dollars in just 30 days. 12. The Pay Yourself First Challenge. This is less about restriction and more about mindset. At the start of every month, you challenge yourself to save a set percentage of your income before spending anything else. Treat savings like a bill that must be paid. Even if it's just 10%, the act of paying yourself first rewires your relationship with money. It's empowering. You're no longer saving what's left over, which is usually nothing. You're prioritizing your future. The emotional win is pride. You see your savings account grow and feel like you're finally respecting yourself financially. 13. The Declutter to Cash Challenge. Here's a challenge that doesn't just save money, it makes money. Spend 1 month decluttering your home and selling unused items online. Old electronics, clothes, furniture. You'd be amazed how much value is just sitting around. The emotional side is liberating. You feel lighter as you let go of things, and the extra cash becomes a bonus. Many people make hundreds, sometimes thousands during this challenge. It's proof that sometimes the best way to save money is to find hidden money you already own. 14. The 100 Envelope Challenge. This one has gone viral for a reason. It works, and it's exciting. You get 100 envelopes and number them 1 to 100. Each day, you randomly pick an envelope and put that amount of money inside. Some days it's easy, like $3, $7. Other days, it's tougher, like $85. But by the time you've filled them all, you'll have $5,050 saved. It's like playing a game, not just saving. The emotional rush of picking an envelope each day keeps you motivated, and watching the envelopes fill up is incredibly satisfying. 15. The Lifestyle Swap Challenge. This is about small swaps that save big. For 30 days, challenge yourself to swap one expensive habit for a cheaper or free alternative. Brew coffee at home instead of buying it. Walk or bike instead of driving short distances. Stream movies instead of going to theaters. These swaps may feel minor, but the savings add up fast. Emotionally, it teaches adaptability. You learn that comfort and joy don't have to come with a price tag. And many people end up keeping these swaps permanently because they realize life feels just as good, if not better, without the constant spending. So there you have it, 15 money-saving challenges that actually work. Each one is more than just a way to save. It's a mindset shift, a new habit, a chance to prove to yourself that you're stronger and smarter with money than you thought. The truth is, saving isn't about depriving yourself. It's about creating freedom, options, and peace of mind. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these challenges are you excited to try first? Or maybe you've done one already. How did it go for you? Share your thoughts in the comments because your story might inspire someone else to start saving today.